and welcome to a brand new episode of the Woolly Thistle Shopcast. I'm your host Corinne, and I'm here with Tina. Hi Tina.
Hello.
Who is a very long-term employee. In fact, I'm not even sure how long you've been around.
I think it's been about 6 years.
Yeah.
With a little hiatus in the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
Very little.
Yeah. Like
yeah. And I think you might be our second longest employee after Maggie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
So it's great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Maggie's on vacation for those of you that will miss her, but Tina is excellent. You weren't a knitter when you started at the Woolly Thistle, but you are a confirmed knitter.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. I think the vanilla sweater did it for me. I was
really?
like, I am a knitter now.
You certainly are, and we'll look at what you're knitting right now. But welcome to the podcast. If you're new here, welcome aboard. We hope you enjoy this episode. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back and staying with us. We really appreciate you. Bit of housekeeping as always. We're not running any ads. We just ask that you support the Woolly Thistle. You support our channel by watching and telling friends and liking and all of that. Visiting the shop is a great way to support the Woolly Thistle, just to see what we have going on there. And for that, we don't run any ads on this channel, which is nice. And so if you find any ads out there on any of our videos, you can let us know, because sometimes they do seem to creep in, but it's not our intention. And let's see, we have free shipping on orders over $99 in the US, and I think it's $6.95 for less than that, which is great. And check the show notes down below for links to everything we talk about. If there's something that interests you, there should be a link below. And let's see, Pips. We have a wonderful loyalty program that many of you are participating in, so thank you for that. And basically every time you shop with us, you earn Pips, which you then turns into money that you can spend on your next order. So that's a good thing. It's free to join as well. And we have segments this week. We have segments from Caitlin and Renee and Rachel up there in Fair Isle, which will be fantastic. So normally we offer a couple of gift cards in every episode. And would you mind announcing the winner of our first $25 gift card?
I would love to do that.
All
Our
right.
first winner is at Ruth Young 7599. And she said, I am drooling over all of those wonderful yarns, so many choices and so many projects. Thank you for so carefully curating not only what you offer in the store and special kits, but also carefully planning and presenting this Shopcast weekly.
Aw.
Thank you.
Thank you. What's her name?
Ruth Young.
Thank you, Ruth. It's actually bi-weekly or bi-monthly. I'm not sure which way that should be. Every other week.
Every other week.
Every other week. It does feel like it's weekly. It takes a weekly effort for sure, and it takes quite a lot of teamwork. I'm glad you mentioned this. We have Kate, who organizes all the behind the scenes stuff. We have Seth, who oversees it from beginning to end. We have Mary Beth, who sets us up here in the shop ready to record. We have hosts, and then we have people sending out the winner their prize and all that good stuff. So a lot of work does go into this, but we find it thoroughly worthwhile. We really enjoy it, and we like connecting with you this way. So all that to say, well done, Ruth. You are the winner of our first gift card this episode. If you want to claim your gift card, all you need to do is send us an email to info@thewoollythistle. If you say winner in the subject line, all in caps, then Alyssa will be able to find you your email more quickly and get that out to you right away. If you would like to be in the running for a $25 gift card next episode, all you need to do is give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment below, and we pick winners at random from below. So easy peasy, and we'll announce another one later. Yeah, thank you, Tina. Tina, we're not wearing any because it's flipping hot. We're under a heat dome or something. It's crazy. But do you have any knitting on your needles?
I do. I have a sweater on my needles.
Oh, let's
This
see.
sweater has been a long time coming.
Yeah.
It's been several attempts. I've knit about maybe 5 sweaters for myself, and every time my husband says, is that one for me? Is that one for me? And it's always no. So finally, I have a sweater that I'm knitting for him.
Excellent.
I've had like 4 failed attempts with different patterns, different yarn.
Ooh.
But this is by Alicia Plummer.
Lovely.
And it's called In Stillness 2. And I'm using Strict Garn.
It's nice.
So so far it fits.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the size of these arms, but
Too big
we'll
or
see.
too small?
They're looking pretty big,
Okay.
so we'll see.
Yeah. Any thoughts on how you might modify them if you
I
wanted
don't
to?
know. I have the right number of stitches to start.
Yeah.
And I guess I could decrease more quickly.
I wonder about picking up less stitches than that's called for in the body pickup.
Yeah.
As well, and then you could do some faster decreases maybe.
Yeah.
You don't want them to poof though, so yeah, you got to be smooth and careful.
So I'm gonna finish this one sleeve and see what it looks like.
Yeah. It looks great though. It's lovely. So does he know this one's for him?
He does. Yes.
Oh, good.
He's been fitting it on regularly because I've had so many failed fits.
Yeah. Is that the was that the problem with all the others?
Yes, and really, I just wasn't inspired. I was like, I don't really want to. I want
knitting a man's sweater.
So
I think we can relate.
Yes, yeah. But I will say, sleeves are small circumference is not my favorite.
Yeah.
I just saw some chatter in the Facebook group about shorties on socks, and I don't knit socks, but the shorties on the sleeves make all the difference.
So you're not magic looping or anything?
No, I usually magic loop, but I did buy the shorties for this sweater in particular.
And it does make a difference?
It does make such a difference. I won't mind knitting this sleeve 4 times if I need to, because it's just, it's
round and round.
To mess with the cord flipping through every time.
But don't the needles feel really sharp? Like I rest my pinkies on the longer needles.
I think I hold my fingers up so closely that when I
knit, you get room.
That I don't really even notice a difference. These are I think they're 3-inch tips, and there's also 2.
Okay.
Which I think it'd still be fine for me. I think it would feel smaller, but these I don't even notice a difference.
That's fantastic. Well, maybe I should give them a try too next time. That's great. So you're just going round and round, which makes it faster as well, not fiddling with.
And it's great summer. Kids are home. It's mindless, just circles.
Straight down.
So,
well, a little shaping in the sleeve.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Yeah. Well, you're almost done.
Yeah. It feels close.
That's wonderful. Anything else to show, or is that it?
No, that's all for today.
All right. I'm going to show, today is the end of the sock sprint. So if you were sprinting along with us, well done. Congratulations. And I hope you have a nice pair of socks. This is Monday. So I still have a bit of time to go, but I'm knitting the Lochside socks in the Zinnia colorway, which is the new colorway of Rambler yarn. If you don't know, we launched 2 new colors. We've got this and a really dark navy, which we're calling Deep Seafarer, and this is Zinnia. We went for the dark navy because we needed another contrasting base, well, more like a main color, and that lovely deep dark navy goes with all the other colors. So so we've got that. We're not planning to launch these colors outside of the sock bag for a few months, and so this is your chance to get it. And I think we do have a couple of sock bags left if you're interested. But yeah, so this is the Lochside, and it's basically just a broken rib, and I'm just working my way down the foot here. So that's that. I love the color, and actually I thought this was very, a hot summer day kind of color, and it is, but it's also really fall. Somebody said
when you pulled that out, I was like, is that Zinnia? That
this is Zinnia. Yeah, so I think it'll do all the seasons, really. I'll work hard for us. And then in my lovely bag that I was gifted via Carolyn Holbrook, thank you, Carolyn. And this was made by the Blue Rabbit House, and I think she's in Denmark, so check her out. I'm sure she's on Etsy. Lovely bag. And anyway, so I'm still I'm getting my words confused. I was going to say knitting. I can't talk. I'm knitting a vest, and it's long after the vest cal is finished. We're finishing up our sock cal actually, which came after, but I am happily knitting away on Strickagarn too. Ooh. And so we'll put it here when I remember what it's called. Something like the All Seasons, I think, vest. Very, very plain. Knit and Strickagarn, which is Rauma's DK weight, and I've had fun and games with this. For those of you that watched the last episode, you saw me think I was knitting with VAMs. I wasn't, and I shouldn't be. Completely confused. So I'm nearly finished the body, and then I'll just pick up the arms and the neck. And this part here was knitted back and forth up the top, with some interesting short row shaping to get started with. And I really actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed knitting the little bit of, not complicated, but interesting shaping that they did, and now it's just easy. So I'm looking forward to getting that done. I wanted something really simple, neutral, that could go with a lot of different things. So I'm still knitting on those 2 things. We have to start thinking about other sweaters though, because the sweater cal is coming. We'll talk more about that. So why don't we go to a segment? We've got Caitlin, Renee, and Rachel with us this episode. So let's go to Caitlin, who actually knit a vest for the Vestcal and it's finished, but she opted out of the texture that the pattern called for. So we'll let her tell you all about it, and we'll see you on the other side.
Hi everyone, it's Caitlin, and I'm so glad to be back on another Shopcast with you. I am coming to you still from my in-laws' basement. My family has recently relocated to the Southwest Michigan area, and we are very close to moving into our own new home. Hopefully in a future episode I can show you the backdrop of my own craft room. But yes, so glad to be here again. Despite it being almost August, I am wearing some low-P today, only so that I can talk to you about it, and then I'll go back to summer attire. But yes, have this finished vest to show you, and another project in the works, something that I've quickly cast on recently and I'm speeding along on, and then a future project plan to talk to you about too. It just so happens that the sort of theme of the segment here today is removing texture from something. So I'll talk you through kind of how I did that on a couple of these projects. So yeah, the vest I'm wearing was just very recently finished, so not technically within the timeline of our vest knit along, but I did cast it on in the spirit of the cal. I brought this on my travels over the 4th of July holiday, so I talked about that on 2 episodes ago. I needed to step away from my colorwork yoke sweater that I'm having questions and doubts about, and so wanted something very simple to bring along on a week of traveling with family, and this worked out perfectly. So I had the low-P in my stash. It is, oh, I should have looked up the color number. We can put it on the screen. It's this beautiful royal blue color. And I wanted something very straightforward, non-complicated to pick up and put down. I'm in the midst of a move and was traveling, and so my plan, which I think worked out well, so I'm going to tell you about it, was I bought the pattern for the emery pullover and vest. These are 2 different designs within the same pattern for the emery by Joji Locatelli. And here is a picture of the vest. It has beautiful cables all over it, really gorgeous texture. And while I do really love the design of that, I did not want a cabled textured project to work on during my trip. This is the pullover version. But I did like the shape and the overall sort of proportions, dimensions of the vest. And it looked like my low-P was going to be about the right gauge for that sweater. When I was looking for a project on Ravelry, I first narrowed it down by the yarn weight. So I did an advanced search on Ravelry and then chose to narrow it down by the low-P that I knew I wanted to use, which I think likes to be, you know, at like a worsted weight gauge. So I chose worsted weight projects, and this one came up. And while I knew I didn't want the texture, I decided to go ahead with purchasing the pattern, which feels great that you get both the vest and the pullover in the same pattern. But I just removed all the texture. So when I did my gauge swatch, instead of doing a gauge swatch in the all over cable pattern, I just did a gauge swatch in stockinette. And then the sweater has you start at the back and you knit sort of basically across the back shoulders down to where you would split for the armholes, and then you pick up some stitches here and do just a little bit, pick up stitches here, do a little bit, and then join them together in the middle, knit down the rest of the to the armhole, and then you join it in the round and knit all the way down. So it really just took some thought at the very beginning when it says to do all these setup rows of knit this, purl this, to set up where you're going to be doing your cabling and your purling. I just disregarded all of that and I wrote down, this is the right side, knit when you're on this side, and this is the wrong side, purl when you're on this side, because this part up here is back and forth once that was established, then it was pretty easy to just sort of disregard any of the charts or knitting and purling instructions. And I think it turned out pretty well. So it's just straight down, and I didn't do any shaping on the body or anything. It didn't call for that. And I think just the texture of the yarn itself actually makes for an interesting garment, even though it's just very straightforward. So yeah, will be fun to wear, not really in the heat of the days right now, but once the weather gets cooler in the fall. I think for Lopi, this is just a perfect way to wear it, because it is such a warm fiber. I might not want a full sweater while I'm like out and about doing my day, with the vest in Lopi. I think it's gonna be awesome. So I guess while I'm still talking about the emery patterns, I can tell you about a project that I have in the planning stage, to use a bit more of the, to stick a little bit more true to pattern. I would love to do a pullover with the cables. Maybe in a week or two, once I've settled into my new house, I could start thinking about what color I want to do and everything. But yeah, I could see this being a really fun project for the fall. The pattern does actually call for a light worsted plus mohair. And I know the light worsted in the pattern is a very woolen spun, lofty, lightweight, sort of a worsted weight yarn, and adding that mohair will make it pretty light, even though it's cables, which can create a denser fabric. So I'm just considering my yarn choices and thinking about maybe more of a heavy worsted weight yarn that I actually already have in my stash. This one came to mind. This is Briggs & Little Heritage. It's a heavy worsted weight, and the Woolly Thistle carries it in a lot of different colors, so I'd want to go and look and see. I happen to have this one skein of gray. This is just called light gray. So I think maybe swatching with this to see if I like the look of the cables and the feel of the density of the fabric would be a good place to start. So I may do that and add some of that texture back in. So yeah, I'll keep you posted on whether I move ahead with that project this fall. And then I just have one other project to show you. After I finished the vest, I wasn't quite ready to go back to the color work conundrum I have. I'm actually sitting amongst a bunch of our boxes of things, and so all my yarn bins are right over there. Funny thing, I'm actually propping up my phone to record this on the box of my kids' Beanie Babies. It's the squirrel Beanie Baby who's holding up the phone right now. But it's kind of handy to have all my yarn stash out where I can see it in these clear plastic bins, because I was looking at my stash of yarns and these ones all just kind of jumped out at me, and they almost said that they wanted to become a sweater for my son. So he'd actually picked out, or when I had picked out this blue, it was with him in mind. And I just found some other yarns in my stash that I thought looked fun with that. So this is going to be for my not quite 4-year-old. He's 3.5. I am trying to make a little bit bigger size sweater than the last few I've tended to make for my boys, so that it can fit him not just for the first half of this next season, but might fit him for two cold weather seasons. This is the Flax sweater by Tin Can Knits. It is a free pattern online, and I just recommend everybody go and get that pattern. It goes from newborn all the way up to the largest adult sizing. It is free. It is very simple. It holds your hand with pictures of what each stage should look like if you've never made a sweater from the top down and find the splitting for armholes confusing and everything. The original pattern has a garter stitch panel down the center of the sleeve, which means you're knitting on the front and knitting on the back. Nope, that's not true. This is all knit in the round. So it's knitting for a row and then purling for a row. That's what would create the garter stitch in the round. And I decided to remove that because I wanted to stripe the sweater. And I thought the stripes would get a little muddy looking in garter stitch on that panel. So I just, again, removed the texture and, yeah, had fun deciding what size stripes and what sequence I wanted to have them in. So yeah, this is flax. And so this is actually sport weight yarn, but the flax sweater comes in regular flax, which is worsted weight gauge, or the flax light, which is fingering weight. I decided to go and look at the fingering weight numbers of what to cast on. And I started casting on the smaller size for my son, figuring that if I cast on that number of stitches, the sport weight was going to kind of increase the circumference of everything just enough. But then as I was casting on the neckline, it was looking kind of big, and so I actually stopped short even of what the smaller size in the flax light called for. And so what I've actually done is just sort of made up my own increase numbers as I have my son right here to try it on so I could see if it was looking like it would meet under the armholes. And yeah, because I am aiming for a little bit large for him, I think it's gonna be just fine. So yeah, this is all stash yarn, like I said. Actually, 2 of the yarns came from the Woolly Thistle. We used to carry Rauma Toomey, which is half wool, half alpaca, and the cream and the charcoal were those. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say this pattern calls for sport weight and start listing out recommendations for you. But I do highly recommend the pattern and stick with either the worsted or the fingering weight versions if that sounds more straightforward to you. But this is just an encouragement to make your garment what you want, and even just look beyond what the finished garment in the photos looks like and think about how you can modify adding texture, removing texture, just using it as sort of the suggestions to get you started. All right. Hope you have a wonderful time making, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Thank you, Caitlin. That was a lovely segment. And we do have your yarn here. This is Let Lopi, and it's in color 1403, which I think is called Lapis Blue, Heather. I think her sweater, her vest looked really, really nice on. So well done, Caitlin. It's good to see you. We miss you. All right, so as I mentioned, the sock sprint is over. There's been fantastic chat over in our Facebook group. I know you check in there too. Continue to meet there. There's daily prompts and lots of good conversation going on. And like we just said, we will be getting ready for the sweater cal soon. So if you're not a member of our Facebook group, check us out. It's a lovely, big, very friendly group and very knowledgeable too. We also have our Ravelry group, which you're more than welcome to be in both places or one at other, doesn't matter. Join where you feel comfortable. Rauma vinyl yarn 6-packs that we had in the shop are almost gone. I think there was some new colors and some really fun colors from last year that we brought back because you guys loved them. So I think we've got some left. The offer ends on Monday, the 4th of August, which will be Monday after you see this. So grab those. It's a great deal. You're actually getting 10% off, and also there's no tariff price increase on those yet. We haven't had to increase our prices on Rauma just yet because we stockpiled and got a lot in so that we could stretch out that increase as long as possible. But these you actually get 10% off too, so that's not a bad deal. So this is what a Rauma 6-pack would look like. They come in all these different varieties. They're all listed on the shop front, and you can see what colors come in them. So this is a great deal, 10% off as well as at the old price. So yay! All right. Okay, so sweater cal sign-ups are now live. We ask that you go and sign up if you're going to be knitting with us. And it's a perfect time to start planning your sweaters. Today we are launching some sweater kits, some new ones, and Tina, maybe you can talk to a couple of the new ones.
Yes, sure. I know we have some that we're supposed to mention here.
Oh, let's do that then.
Some big ones. So my other job is
Yes, tell them
I'm
what
not
you
here.
do.
I like to be behind the camera, so I prepare the product pages. So all of these new sweater kits, I've been working away at getting those pages ready and photos of them and that sort of thing.
Yes,
so
when you
I'm
go
pretty
to
familiar with
when you
them
go to
now.
the website, it's all Tina's work. Yes, Tina is our e-commerce coordinator. Sorry, I should have mentioned that
Yeah.
before. And you basically make sure that the website and all the product pages look good and are informative and all of that. So yes, you've been working on the sweater kits.
Yes, yeah.
So which ones do they want us to
Well,
talk about?
So I think these two right here
Oh,
are
for sure.
are quite
Yes.
important.
Yeah, so Maggie's sweater, we have watched her knit through this. She absolutely loved knitting it. It came out beautiful. I think it's just so elegant, and she can dress it up or down. And you know, you can see this like on Martha's Vineyard with a nice silk
Right,
scarf and white
right.
pants, or you can just wear it with jeans. It doesn't matter. So that's really nice. So we'll have kits in this?
Yes, we'll have several different colors in Fivel, and it's 11 to 17 balls. So you could just choose from all the Fivel colors, but
Yeah.
if you want a kit put together with your size, we'll have those in lots of different colors.
Do we have
Fivel
colors? Oh,
here
good.
that we should
All
maybe
right.
talk about.
So we've got cream, which is 01. This is all Fivel, which feels really nice and fluffy. Just look at it. It's so soft looking. It's not merino soft though. It's got more tooth to it than that, but it's absolutely lovely. This is 17, and I believe this is what Maggie's sister Marie knit hers in. I'd love to see yours, Marie. If you're watching, you're on vacation with our Maggie, or your Maggie really. 4078, which is that sort of oatmeal-y color. It's really nice. And oh, baby powdery blue. This is color 18. That would show the cables up really well. Ooh, this is pretty. 402, which is a heathered blue, more sort of greeny blue than Maggie's blue there. And then black, 36, jet black. Excellent. So we have kits in these colors. Beautiful. Fantastic. And then my Billy cardigan, which I knitted at the same time as Maggie was knitting hers. This is in Brusca from Retrosaria, which is Portuguese. And we're going to have kits in this too?
Yes. Oh, and I have the color options here too. So
Oh,
this
fantastic.
is the one you knit.
Yeah, this is color C587, which I loved.
There's that one.
Where's the color on this? Oh, this is just color C. It's sort of a light brown.
And then there's
Ooh.
B.
Beige, B for beige, which is lovely. Very neutral. I like this. B581, nice warm peachy color. Ooh, foxy. C582. So we have kits in all these colors
Yes.
for
Yep.
for the Billy. Okay. And don't let my shenanigans up around the shaping put you off. The pattern is really well written. It's very thorough. I just thought I was starting bottom up. It was top down. So you'll know that when you start, and you'll be all set to go. Her pattern is very thorough, and I'm really delighted with how it came out. I can't wait for the weather to cool down, if not to just be comfortable, but to wear my woolies. So we have those. When we go to see Renee, she'll be talking about the Victory cardigan, which is one of my designs. I was thrilled to see her knitting that. So we'll talk about that, or we have kits in that.
Yep. Yeah.
We always have kits in it.
that.
And of course the vanilla sweater, which is behind Tina there. We always have kits in that too. So let's see. Ooh, we have a very special, extremely special kit that no one will have seen yet. Working with Marie for all the years we have, she offered to design a sweater for the Woolly Thistle, and we said yes please. So we have it, and it's going live on Friday when this is going out. Supply will be limited. It's knitted in her Aran weight yarn, and so
Should we clarify Marie Wallen? We were talking, did you say Marie Wallen?
Oh.
We were talking about Marie Maggie's sister. This is Marie Wallen.
Marie Wallen. Oh my goodness. Yes, I mean Marie Wallen. Although if Marie, Maggie's sister, wants to design something, let's talk. But no, Marie Wallen. So she offered to design a sweater for us, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So here it is. Oh my goodness. Isn't that something? It's knit in the round, and it's just, oh, so gorgeous. In fact, she likes it so much that she modeled all the pictures in the pattern for it wearing this. So supply will be limited to the yarn that we brought in for this, and we brought in a fair bit, but we know that Marie's designs are super popular. But yeah, this is going to be lovely, isn't it?
I think it might be my size.
Ooh. Oh, I want actually to try it on today because it's just too warm even with the AC. But so it's got this lovely, nice ribbed, quite long ribbing. And yes, if this disappears, I'll come knocking.
Yes, yeah, you'll know where.
Yeah, and her colors are just so good. So this is called the Whitby sweater. Whitby is a town in the north of England. I want to say it's in Yorkshire, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it is though. I've been there. There's the Jetstone of Whitby, and also it used to be an outpost for the whale fisher people, you know, going out and getting whales and whatnot. So anyway, this is gorgeous. This will be launching today. You can knit it in the sweater cowl, and it comes in all the sizes, and yeah, totally thrilled. So thank you, Marie, for designing this for us. Very special indeed, very special. So happy. Maybe we should go to Renee now, who is knitting on the Victory cardigan and other things. And it's so good to see you, Renee. Thank you for your contribution this time, and we'll see you on the other side.
Good morning, Woolly Thistlers. My name is Renee. I'm coming to you from the warm state of Ohio today. It's a heat wave, but I am wearing wool just for you today. So we'll get into this in just a second. I'm happy to be back at the Shopcast. I had to miss last month, so I haven't been around for a little bit, but thank you to all the people who missed me and all the warm wishes and positive thoughts you're sending for my family member. I appreciate that very much. I will always be a Thistler, so I'll be around somewhere in some capacity. We'll just wait and see how it all works out. But I am wearing my vest cowl, so I know that was a while back, but I wanted to show you what I made. This is the Lulu slip over, and it is by Petite Knit. I made mine out of Scottish Yarn Festival DK. This is the colorway Calcahoon. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I'm sure Corinne will be able to correct me if I'm saying it wrong. The Scottish Yarn Festival was just such a lovely handle on it. It is 80% Shetland, 20% Cheviot, and it just is just a fantastic feel. It's rustic. So it's woolly. You can tell that it's woolly, but it's also just soft as skin for me. I wouldn't even need to wear this t-shirt underneath it if I didn't want to. But the knitting of this taught me something new. So over here on your buttonholes, there is a double knitted placket, and it's just a very cool construction. So believe it or not, the buttonhole plackets probably took me as long as it took to make the stockinette part here of the vest. So if you're wanting to learn something new, it was new for me anyway, but I like to learn new techniques as I'm knitting along. So that takes me to the sock sprint. I did start my sock sprint a little early because I was trying to make some videos and it just didn't work out. But, so I made 3 pairs of socks, but that's okay. I did not knit them all in the 2-week time frame. So my first pair of socks was from the Sock Project book, and I've been knitting through this for a while now. I did her toe-up sock recipe, which she's got different styles. She's got different styles for the heel, different styles for different things. She calls them recipes, and I think there might be 10 basic sock recipes, but you can do them with stripes. You can there's just so many different things that you can do with socks. Anyway, here's my toe-up socks and the Fleagle heel, and this is Rambler, of course. This is the colorway Blue Spruce. So I just wanted a pair of vanilla socks that I could wear with anything, and I had this left over from a sweater that I had made, so it just is perfect. They'll be very nice. They could be a gift, or you know, if you just need a good basic pair of socks, that's probably what I will do. The next pair of socks that I made was for my little grandson. He loves video games, of course. He's 6. So yes, these are big, but he has big feet. His dad is very tall and he is very tall. So this was the small size. And I only did one repeat of the chart here instead of two. I did put a little Pac-Man in there. I did improvise a Pac-Man. And what I did was I took the amount of squares that was in the chart repeat and I just kind of colored in to see where I wanted things placed. And so I did the best Pac-Man that I could, but it was, it's all right. Anyway, these are the true Pac-Man colors. That's what he wanted. He didn't want, the greens and things like that. But that came out of this book, Joyful Colorwork Socks by Charlotte Stone. She has so many fun sock patterns. Oh my goodness. I love these little kitty cats, but Maggie introduced me to her as a designer. Maggie had made those herding sock. They were so cute. They were little herding cat socks. But some other patterns in here that I am going to be making is the Whoops-a-Daisy. And then I like these two. These little, she calls them crunching carrots. So anyway, that's very cute. So I want to make them one day. They're in my queue. So my queue is kind of long. The next pair of socks that I made is the Boosta socks by the lovely Gudrun Johnston. This is from her book, Grand Shetland Adventure Knits. So if you have this book, this is in there. And what I did was I had some Mondim from a sock bag or some kind of something that I got randomly from the Woolly Thistle, and I had this Zopper Ball Crazy from a sock bag. So they just happened to be in my sock yarn bin, and so I put them together. So they're not matchy-matchy, but that's okay. I love them. What a beautiful design. And honestly, this looks so complicated, but it was one of the easiest pairs of socks that I've ever made. And I really like the way she does her heel as an afterthought heel, but there's no counting involved. And the same with her toe. There's no counting involved. So I really like that. And then as far as the stitch repeat, it's only a 4-stitch repeat. So it's very easy to memorize, and then you kind of see where you're at in the pattern. And as far as colorwork socks go, I feel like this was a very easy pattern to do. Okay, so the next thing we're working on is our sweater cowl is going to be coming along. And I had been, well, I'm already in the middle of making the sweater, but I will show you what I'm making. Maybe give you some ideas of something that you would want to do as a sweater. So this last month, it's just been a little stressful. I needed something easy, quick, that I didn't have to do a lot of thinking or counting on, and I really like stockinette stuff. So what I decided to make was Corinne's Victory cardigan. I was just, thinking about the Woolly Thistle. I had this in my queue for a very, very long time, and I just kind of wanted to do something, like I said, quick and easy. This is using Rauma VAMs. And so they call it, I think it might be Aran weight. I don't know, bulky, but it's just so much fun to knit with. This is at a tighter gauge, so my goodness, I just love this sweater. This is colorway 402. But as you can see, like Corinne, she's got fantastic design ideas. So this is going to be steeked, and you can see there that she's got 2 pearls on each side of this middle knitted stitch. So it'll be very easy to track that channel. I actually have some Norwegian ribbon that I'm going to put in the inside of my steek. I forgot to get it, so sorry, I'll show you when it's finished. But I did do, she's got some bust shaping here. I had never done that before, and then she's got some waist shaping here. You can kind of see that there. Just such a beautiful little pattern. And she's got some waist shaping here on the back too. So it's gonna look really nice. I can't wait till it's done. I finished the sleeve last night, and I did change up how I did my ribbing. I did 2 by 2 and I did 2 inches. And then I did an Italian bind off here. So I like the way that looks. So I have to do my neck ribbing and then my button bands and one more sleeve. So we'll see how far we can get with that. But another idea that I have, and I actually started this a while back, I just haven't been able to knit sweaters. It's just been too much to think about. But is this Come Back Again cardigan by Andrea Mowry. And if you've not used any of her patterns before, she has a very, I feel like just a very simple, thorough, easy way to understand her designs. I recommend them. She was the first designer that I ever knit, but what I did was for my swatches, I just made her little pockets. So this one is, I'm not going to be able to use. This was the correct gauge for me, but so her little pockets there, I already have one of them done with my gauge swatch. So I am using Cautiva, Wool Dreamers Cautiva in the colorway C463G. So it's like a poppy kind of orange. I just love it. I thought it would be good for summer nights that are cool and definitely the fall. So anyway, I will try to figure out some other things that I might want to do for our sweater cowl, because I feel like these, especially my Victory cardigan, will be finished soon. But anyway, I hope you all are well. I hope you're having a cool day despite the heat dome, and happy knitting.
Thank you, Renee. I love your segment and I love seeing your face. So thank you for sharing that with us. And your Victory cardigan looks absolutely amazing. I love that color that you're knitting in. So yes, that is a wonderful pattern if you want to knit something and learn some new skills like steeking, bust shaping, waist shaping. And I walk you through it. And there's even a course if you want to take that helps hold your hand all the way through it. We were talking about Marie Wallen's Whitby sweater, and I forgot to show you that it comes in a kit like this. And so you get all the yarn you need for the size that you choose, and you get a tote bag in there, and you also get a stitch marker, looks like, in here, which is fantastic. This is a very approachable sweater to knit if you are new to color work or even just sweater knitting. You can do this because it's in the round and it's just the yoke that you're knitting in color work, so it will finish fairly quickly, and then you can just zoom down the body. So yeah, we have these and they're going live today. Sorry, what else do we have? We want to talk about, ooh, I'm so excited about this. West Yorkshire Spinners have come out with a new line of Signature 4-ply. Signature 4-ply is their sock yarn, and we know it from the Country Birds and the, oh, what are all the different things? There's the drinks, you know, the mojito and all that. There's the solid colors as well. Then their Christmas yarns come out in that. Well, they've come out with a whole new line, which just looks phenomenal. Here, do you want to hold 3 of those? So here we go. 6 new colors. Oh, and this is butterflies. So this has been inspired by butterflies, and it's just gorgeous. It's so speckly and fun. Obviously great for socks, but also lots of other things too. You don't have to use it just for socks. It's a fingering weight yarn. So Tina, shall we go through and tell them the colors? So this one, this is Yellow Swallowtail 2549, and it's got sort of yellow and aqua and gray on a cream base, which is gorgeous.
I think I have all the butterflies I'm not familiar with. The green hairstray?
Okay. Hairstray.
That's that one.
Does it have a number?
It is, yes, 1246.
All right. This is the Red Admiral, and it's got sort of a peachy reddish color, gray, and a bit of orange. It's really nice. And this is the Red Admiral 2550.
This one is Chalk Hill Blue 1242. Really fun blue.
Gorgeous.
Some gray and cream.
Oh, I've been giving you the wrong numbers. I think I'm doing the batch number.
Oh.
So Red Admiral is 1241. My apologies. And this one is yellow swallowtail, and the number is only half showing, so I can't tell you the right number for that, but yellow swallowtail. And then this one here is purple emperor, and it is $12.44, and that is beautiful. Blues, oranges, purples. Really, really nice.
And this one is small tortoises. $12.43.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
So you can imagine beautiful socks knitted up in this, or many other things. You can use this in color work as your alternate color, and it'll shift colors throughout, which is nice. Yes. Go to our website to see our fun color combinations. That's true, because we have mixed these up with some of the solids, and you can see how they play together. So check it out in the shop.
And we'll also group them as a 3-pack and a 6-pack. And I think if you get the 6-pack, you get a little extra little something in there.
Ooh, yes.
So we've been talking about that. So go to the website. And
check it out and see what tickles your fancy, as my mom would say. All right. Tuku cashmere. Do you have?
I have that. I have 3 of the colors here.
All right. This has been doing really, really well. Do we only have these 3 colors left? Do you know?
I'm not sure if that's what's
We're not
in
sure.
stock
You'll have to check the website to see what's available. But this is soft recycled cashmere and silk from Tuku. Thrilled to have it here. We don't have any cashmere except for this. This is denim blue. These are little 25-gram balls, and it's been doing really well. This is light beige 401. Really nice. And what do you
And
have
this
there?
one is winter gray 411, and I could not think of a better name. It is just the slightest touch of blue, but mostly gray.
Yeah, lovely. All right, so check that out too. Okay, oh, fun stuff. We have brand new to the shop. We have Tufts wool soap. So woolen sock soap is what it's called. Our small batch, I know it smells so good here. Our small batch natural soap is made by hand with high quality oils and pure lanolin to pamper your skin and your woolens. Use as a luxurious hand soap in the shower or to launder your natural fibers. Oh, maybe it starts out in the shower and then, I don't know, turns into what you wash your woolies in.
Yeah, it's the best kind of soap. It's good for so many different things.
I know. And do they have different? They
Yes,
do. Where's the
summertime.
oh, there we go. Summertime, lavender, orange blossom. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Ooh.
Wood and grapefruit. Maybe this one's a little squished. I'm not sure. Wood and grapefruit sounds good.
Royal apiary. Yeah. Vanilla almond. Really nice.
And then unfragranced.
Yeah. And these are beautifully wrapped in brown paper with a stamp of their logo and all the description on
There's
the back.
a sample of all of these on my desk, and they were piled up, and I was like, oh, someone got me a gift. It smelled so good.
Move it out. All right, and then other fun things. Oh my goodness, we cannot keep these things in stock. You're loving our stitch stoppers from Fox and Pine. So these 2 are little chicken ladies, which I love. What do you have?
There's a kitten in a basket of yarn.
Aww. Perfect for New England summer. You got lobster.
And moose.
Aww. Oh, little bumblebees. Adorable.
And you should say this one. because
Oh, a
you're more
healing
fun.
crew. Healing cows. I have these ones too. And then, yes, we got through all of them. There's probably more available. So again, check it out on the
There's
shop.
tons more.
We were waiting ages for these to come back in stock, and now that they're flying out. So if you want to know what these are called floops. They're made in Vermont by Phlox, and they're just a little tool that you can have in your toolkit. You can use it as a cable needle. You can use it to just as a stitch marker, you know, or if you drop a stitch, you can loop it through and hold on to it until such times you're ready to deal with that. So yeah, these are great.
Yeah. We had several staff members who were just waiting for these to come back in stock.
Yeah, but we got plenty because we knew they were popular, and it takes a while for them to be made and get to us. So
And they do come in all different colors. They're all the same size and the same product, but the little cords are different colors, and we'll choose one for you.
Yeah, there's just too many to itemize them, so it's a potluck. Yeah. Ooh, Tina, the hats.
Yes, my favorite new product.
Love it. Is the Woolly Thistle baseball hat, of course, and we have those in the shop now on sale. It's really nice. Our Seth in marketing spearheaded this, and they're doing well. They're already selling. So yeah, everybody loves a good hat.
Yes. And this one is especially good. It fits from the get-go.
Yeah.
Like it's just right.
Yeah, and it's got that nice faded look to it too. All right, so let's see. I'm going way off track here probably. We do have mugs and tumblers for the Woolly Thistle coming. They're not here yet, but we'll show you them, of course, when they get here. Ooh, Lopi book 42. Oh my goodness, that looks lovely. So we've been waiting for this to come in, I think. Yeah. This is amazing. Look at that. You can knit your kids a teepee or your grandkids. Just amazing. Lots of kid. I wonder if I go to the back, there'll be all the patterns. It's really lovely. Yeah, I mean, you get pages and pages of patterns. So these are really good value, these books. And we're happy to have it in stock. More patterns here. Sweaters, accessories, teepees, hats. Let's see. I like that pink one. Look at these cables. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, actually. First time seeing this, but that looks really nice. And yeah, so this is in now, Lopi 42, really good value with so many patterns. These never last long. And also we've got the Rauma, which one's that?
425. This is not new. This is the one that Maggie's sweater is in, along with many, many other patterns. Also good value for a lot of patterns.
Yeah, we have trouble keeping this in stock. Really nice. Really good value and really great patterns. This one,
Renee knit that one.
Yeah. Should we show them? That was also knitted by Knitting Traditions on her her podcast, not Shopcast. All right, so let's see. Wonders of Wool. This is a brand new book. It's on pre-order now. It's gorgeous. It's informative. It is like a love letter to knitters. Look at all these swatches. And it goes through many just beautiful pictures, but it goes through many of the breeds that we champion here at the Woolly Thistle. Talks about a lot of British wool, and let me get to a typical page. Oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So this is sort of a page, and I'll tell you about the breed. It'll have a drawing of it. It'll have a knitted sample, and it will talk about for tips for spinners and knitters, wool characteristics, and so on for each of these breeds. It's a gorgeous book, and something that you can reference all the time, as well as just look through and feel your heartbeat slow down, which is what happens with me when I find a good book like this. And there's patterns in it, which is nice. This is sort of added value. Beautiful pictures. So yes, there's patterns using the wool that it's talking about. That's really nice. Let me find a good picture. So every pattern has a picture of the sheep breed or the sheep in the skein, and then it has a nice drawing of that sweater. And let's see if we can, yeah. And there's the sweater. And here is the back. This is beautiful. We're so excited to have this, and we want to support these authors because I think this is definitely a labor of love and something that us knitters and spinners will really benefit from. So this is on pre-order now.
That would be a great coffee table book. I could just see that being like living out and for everyone
just
to see all the
exactly time. And yes, and just really enjoy. It's sort of going into the whole, you know, I don't know, I can't speak. It's so exciting when you love knitting, you love wool, and then you have this beautiful book that you can start to look through. It doesn't feel like pressure, it feels like enlightenment, and you just can really enjoy it at all different levels. It's very special. Yeah, we're excited. 65 new balls for Christmas with Arnie and Carlos, of course. I have the original book, and this is a follow-up to that, I believe. I don't want to flash too much because their patterns are in there, but so they teach you how to knit balls for your Christmas tree, which is really fun, and why not? So we have that. coming. Ooh, Wilderness Knits by Linka Newman. This is beautiful. I haven't seen this yet.
Yes, her designs are gorgeous. It just makes me want to go in the woods in a cozy sweater and
and just be out there hiking in your hand knits. Yeah, gorgeous. So is this new to us?
it is new to us. Yeah, I think this is a new book, also new to us.
Yeah. So it's beautiful photography. Makes you want to, especially in this heat, it just makes you want to be covered in snow. At which point I'll be complaining that it's too cold. Cutting it fast enough. Oh, they got the dogs. Lots of really wonderful Lope Pesa type sweaters, cardigans, menswear, as well as women's wear. And there's some kids stuff in here too. Oh, youngins. Yeah, really lovely. So we have that now. That's available. Okay.
It is, I think stock's getting low right now, so, but sign up for back in stock. I'm sure we'll restock
get more
it.
in.
It's a great book.
Yes, indeed. All right, so let's see what else.
Laine?
Yeah, we have a new Laine Pre-Order, Seasons of Stitches by Justina Lorkowska. So that's in pre-order right now. You can find that in the shop. We'll link to it here.
And also, Laine 26, we're recording on Monday. It launches tomorrow, so it will go on pre-order tomorrow, which will...
It'll be available today when you're seeing this. Yes, I know, that's confusing, isn't it?
And it releases on August 29th.
All right. Yeah, so get your pre-orders now. We have Denise DeSantis, who is Earth Tones Girl. Her brand new book is on pre-order, No Fear Sock Knitting. We love Denise. We love Denise. And she is coming to the Woolly Thistle the weekend that this goes live. We're doing an author meet and greet. So if you're in the area on Friday between 4:30 and 6, come and meet Denise and check out the Woolly Thistle if you haven't been here before. If you're local, please come out. And she's teaching a class on Saturday morning here, Sock Heels 101. It is sold out, but I'm sure we'll try and get Denise to come back and teach another class another time. And also, I'm going to chat with her for the Shopcast, so you'll get to participate if you're not right in our area locally here. But Denise is a treasure. She is the most smiliest, lovely human being, and really proud to have her come and teach her class here and to be selling her book, which is on pre-order. It's launching in August. Not sure of the exact date, but it's coming soon. So we will have her sign book plates for you, and you can put that in your book when you get it. All right, so do you want to announce another winner?
I do. Our second winner is at Kathy Dana 8999, and she said, "Thank you for ending with yoga. I was knitting for 3 hours and did the yoga with her. Everything was cracking, and I feel so much better now.
Good.
78 years old.
Oh.
Great visit with the ladies today. Thank you."
Oh, Kathy, thank you so much. I think she does a great job with the yoga, especially focusing on knitters. So I'm glad you enjoyed that. She'll be back next time. And yeah, so how does she, do you know how to tell them how to claim their prize?
Well, I can figure it out.
Okay.
Just email us at info@thewoollythistle, put prize winner in all caps, and we'll get your $25 gift card sent out to you.
Perfectly done. Beautifully done.
I've listened a couple of times.
And if you would like to be in the running yourself for a gift card, all you need to do is leave us a comment down below, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel, and you too will be eligible to win next time. I think we're going to let Rachel take us out now, Tina, but thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, it's been a pleasure. And Rachel is going to take us out on beautiful blue skies in Fair Isle, and she is hand shearing. She hand shears her sheep. So hats off to Rachel. She works very hard. Let's go and enjoy some lovely weather with her, and we will see you in a couple of weeks. And until then, if you go out,
take your knitting.
Bye.
Hello, Woolly Thistlers. It's Rachel from Barkland Croft here in Fair Isle, and finally we've made a start on shearing. Saucepan, I think, was so relaxed by having his fleece taken off that he just laid there quite comfortable even after I'd all finished. There he is, finally decided to get up, and now Seraph's going to check him out, saying, "Are you sure you're Saucepan? You don't look like Saucepan did half an hour ago." Here are some of the fleeces that I've already taken off the sheep, and they'll just be stored here until I'm ready to sort them. So take off any sort of poopy bits, matted bits, felted bits, pick out the vegetable matter and make sure they're in the best possible condition, ready for going to the mill next year. This was one of the fleeces from one of the crossbreeds, so that's a fleece that doesn't go for spinning into my own wool, but it does go out to Jameson's of Shetland with the other fleeces, and I'd put it here to put in the big sack later on, but Ginge has decided to commandeer it as his new bed, so he looks quite happy, so I think we'll let him keep it. Here we've got Plink having his very first haircut. See, I've just started to take it off there, but he was being a very good boy and didn't make a fuss at all, which was really good. Oh, a big yawn. Apparently it's quite tiring having a haircut. But I think you'll agree he looks rather smart now and must certainly feel a lot cooler without that thick coat on. Here we've got Sunshine, and she's an old pro at having her hair cut, so she's very good. She just kind of lies there quietly whilst I get on with it. Nearly done with her, as you can see, and she's very hot by the looks of things, so we'll carry on and get that finished. Here we've got Butterscotch. She's just had her hair cut. Checking out her fleece, making sure she's happy with it. Yes, I think that'll do. Off she goes in search of some biscuits. The warm weather and sunnier days that we've been experiencing through a lot of July have really helped the wildflowers bloom. Here you can see the yellow buttercups, the pink ragged robin and the white of the daisies and clover. And in front of the kirk you can also see the white of the bog cotton, or cotton grass as it's also known. And I've always really enjoyed these combinations of colours, and that was the inspiration for this design that I did a few years ago. After 4 years of waiting, they finally finished installing Marie's cattle grid, which leads from the road down the track to her knitting studio at Pund. And here we've got little 3-year-old Brodie and his mum cutting the ribbon to officially open it. And I think more people turned out for this than they actually did turn out for the opening of the bird observatory, so that was quite funny. Even Yeva came along to see. Whilst waiting for the boat to arrive, I took a walk down onto the pontoon, and there were loads of jellyfish around. I think it must obviously be sort of jellyfish breeding season, as there were loads of them floating in the water. And also some very, very sort of what looked like tiny, tiny little jellyfish in huge masses just floating around, although they didn't show up particularly well. Father Ambrose, the Catholic priest from Lerwick, paid a visit to Fair Isle with several of the parishioners, and we had a lovely day with them, doing a tour of the island, visit to the museum, and then Father Ambrose said Mass in the afternoon. And this was the first visit we've had from a Catholic priest in, I think, 9 years. The last time was when Bishop Hugh, who is the Bishop of Aberdeen, came to visit us. We also had the last of our cruise ship visits for the season, so that's it until 2026, but it's been a very good season. The only downside to having lots of sunshine and warmer temperatures is that after a day of sunshine and heat, it always brings a day of fog as well. So you can see how different the island looks covered by fog. And some days the sunshine doesn't even manage to burn the fog off. You can see here the fog was really still quite down, but up there you can spot bits of blue sky and the sun desperately trying to break through. But it made for quite a warm and humid day, but never quite got to be sort of sunny and hot. Pork Pie wanted to say hello and tell you how much he was enjoying his new mineral lick tub there. Always looks like they're wearing lipstick when they've been at the tubs. Even though we're right at the end of July as I'm recording this, we're still getting very light evenings and nights. We're not getting any sort of darkness yet at all. So this was taken at 11 o'clock at night, and you can see just how light it still is at this time of year. Roki, our surprise lamb, is doing very well. And she's made a new friend with Sparky there. That's her mum, Naughty Girl, just in front of her. But she's got a bit of a limpy leg at the moment, that's why she's hopping a bit. But yes, Sparky was quite taken with her and decided he wanted to be friends with her. And I thought I'd leave you with a clip of Mary showing you just how much she enjoys her back scratches. She's a bit like a dog. If you scratch them in the right place, their leg starts going. Well, this is how this is Mary's equivalent of a kicking leg. Oh, that is good, she says. Well, thank you again for joining me here today, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next month. Bye for now.